Congratulations! This is the sweetest show about the bravest dogs ever. I love this idea. How did you come into it?
Thank you. Yeah, I was thrilled to get the opportunity. I mean, Amazon came to me and of course it was a perfect opportunity. I just had come off my skiing career. I obviously have 3 dogs. I'm a huge dog lover. Travel with Lucy all the time. So I would get to host a show, travel with Lucy and 12 other dogs around the world. It was pretty much the best opportunity I've ever been given.
How much time did you spend playing with the other dogs while production was, paused or they were doing turnarounds?
So many times I'd be Jay, the executive producer, would be like, Lindsey, it's time. We have to start rolling now. I'm like, but I just was playing with the dogs. I love dogs and they're all so sweet and, affectionate. And, you're with them for 8 weeks. You, of course, grow attachments and Lucy as well. Lucy had a little thing for Jax, the golden retriever. So.
Oh. Now, so the dogs get to do all these great adventures and these great, challenges with their owners. Did Lucy get to participate in any of them?
Yeah, so before every challenge, Lucy and I would actually do the challenges. So we got to do everything that the contestants got to do. We got to rappel down the waterfall. We got to zip line, which Lucy amazingly was sleeping the whole time. Don't know how one does that. We got to go in a hot air balloon. We literally did everything and it was so much fun. I mean, it just proved to me what I already knew, which was that Lucy is a little adventurer and she's happy doing anything that I'm doing.
And Cavalier King Charles they're the mildest, sweetest, easiest going dogs in the world. I love those dogs. How did she respond to all of the activity that was going around her when they were filming and she had to be with you and she watches all of her small friends doing all this stuff?
She loved it, actually. I mean, I was holding Lucy the whole time. And of course, she loved it. She felt like, she was a star. And, whenever the cameras are rolling, she's happy. So I don't think she was sad that she didn't get to participate or compete with the other contestants, but she did like the pampering.
And as hard as it is to watch the teams break up and people get eliminated, I love the idea of the donations to the charities in both the towns that you go to. What was your favorite part of this whole experience?
I mean, as you said, the charity component was, I think, the most fulfilling part of the show for me. Every country that we stopped in, we donated to. We helped them with, medical needs. We helped them with food, infrastructure. We helped them with so many different things. And you could see, the people that have dedicated their lives to these animals, how much they appreciated it. And that made me really happy. And so all of the adventures were amazing, but helping those dogs was even more amazing.
You guys are the safety team. And this is very, very important because what the dogs get to do during this show can be very disconcerting for animals. So let's talk about the safety measures that were in place for these dogs.
Well, I mean, first of all, we have a 22-page dog safety document to make sure none of the dogs get injured. You have myself and Nicole on site. We have veterinarians on site, but also we definitely don't want any activities to be stressful for dogs. That's why we've spent countless hours preparing them, from the smallest things to getting them used to equipment like boots and harnesses, to actually doing smaller versions of the challenges and building up to make sure they wouldn't become stressed and they would actually enjoy the experiences that they're going to have.
Yeah, so Nick and I worked hand in hand with veterinarians, and one of us was always there. And that doesn't mean just when filming. That means even leaving set when the dogs are having fun together. And we're there to ensure the safety of the animals and to make sure they're having fun. So no animals were ever put in a stressful position. They were never forced to do anything. We've always made it fun, starting at the simple things. So by the time we get to more extreme, exciting things, it's no big deal.
And how difficult was it to film a show like this when all you want to do is get down on all fours and play with the dogs and talk to the dogs and go into your dog voice?
Well, for me, I'm used to not being able to do that because I primarily specialize in working with aggressive dogs. So I'm used to having to take it slow with dogs. But you are right. That was something we had to educate the crew on. There's a lot of people on set. Everyone just can't be fussing the dogs constantly or they're not going to be able to perform.
Especially when you think of a challenge situations. I work in production work with my dogs where they do movie work and TV work. And when we're on a set, nobody pets the dogs until we're done, unless it's an actor who's going to be working with the dog. We want that bond to shine. So this was similar. We didn't want the camera guys and everyone just petting the dogs because someone gives them a piece of chicken. What happens during competition? He's like, oh, there's that guy. I'm going to go say hi to him. So we definitely had to educate everybody on the crew.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you so much for taking care of our four-legged friends and keeping them safe, because it's a great adventure. But yeah, I could imagine that they needed some safety. So I'm so glad you guys were there. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.